Good morning, everyone. I am Umacharan Pati, Faculty of Economics and Deputy Registrar of GM University. I welcome all of you to the 5th Foundation Day of the GM University and the 76th Foundation Day of the GM College, GM Autonomous College, and before that the GM College, and before that initially it was the Sambalpur College. I welcome all of you to this the Foundation Day, and you are all well aware of the regions where we have migrated to this virtual mode. Nothing more to say. Esteemed Vice Chancellor presiding over the meeting, we have Honorable Dr. Ashok Das Sir, Vice Chairperson of Odisha State Higher Education Council. I welcome you, sir, to this virtual celebration of the Foundation Day of GM University and the GM College also. Before I hand over the session to our Honorable Chairman, sir, let me tell you why this 7th July is celebrated as the Foundation Day of our institution. Actually, the GM University came to being on 30th May 2015, but we are celebrating 7th July as the Foundation Day because this university has been operated out of the GM College, and GM College came into being on 7th July 1944. Therefore, we don't want to miss out on the roots of this particular institution. We want to remember this institution, its history, its legacy, and its heritage forever. Therefore, the GM University administration with syndicate, senate, and academic council decided to go with this particular date, 7th July, as a Foundation Day. Therefore, we are celebrating the 5th Foundation Day of the college university and also the 76th Foundation Day of the GM College. So I welcome all of you, all the invited guests, retired teachers of this great institution. We have Sudhanshu Rath sir, the former Vice Chancellor of this university. We have all the retired teachers, retired principals, vice principals, members of the syndicate, members of Senate, Academic Council. They are also present today, and all the members from the civil society. Some students are also there, all the faculty, non-teaching staff of GM University. I welcome all of you to this celebration of the Foundation Day in a virtual mode. Now I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor start to preside over the meeting. Sir.
Thank you. Please continue.
So with the approval of the Honorable Vice Chancellor, let me request.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I welcome all of you again to the 5th Foundation Day of the GM University and the 76th Foundation of the GM College. Now with the approval of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, I request the System Manager to play the University Anthem. Thank you all. We have with us our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Ashok Das Sir, Honorable Vice Chairperson of Odisha State Higher Education Council. Sir is a distinguished scientist, a proud alumni of Utkal University. Sir was heading the Laser and Plasma Technology Division of the Bhabha Atomic Research Center. Sir came to Odisha as a Vice Chancellor of Utkal University, and we have witnessed a lot of changes in the higher education ecosystem of our state after Sir landed off in Odisha. Now he is heading the Odisha State Higher Education Council, and a lot of reforms are being initiated in Odisha. Sir is very dynamic, very progressive, and we have seen things like scholarship scheme, fellowship scheme for the research scholars in Odisha introduced for the first time. We have seen reforms in higher education in multiple dimensions during the Sir's tenure in Odisha. Sir is a famous physicist, and he has been a member, coordinator in different 5-year plan projects, also a member of advisory committee in the Department of Science and Technology, and he has been instrumental in making things progress, bringing things to a dynamic state in the higher education ecosystem sector of our state. Thank you, sir, for accepting the invitation of our Honorable Vice Chancellor and sparing your valuable time as the chief guest of this occasion. Namaskar, sir. Now I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, for the welcome address.
Thank you all for being with us. Dear esteemed Chief Guest, Dr. Ashok Kumar Das, Honorable Vice Chairman, Odisha State Higher Education Council, we are very much obliged to you, sir, for accepting our invitation. And you know that we admire you the most because of your contribution to the growth of higher education in Odisha. Especially the incentivization plan that is your brainchild has been unique in our country. No other states has ever introduced such a program that has been introduced under your able leadership. Thank you very much, sir. My dear colleagues, students and invited guests, people from press and media, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of GMU family, I welcome all of you to this 5th Foundation Day of the GM University and the 76th Foundation Day of the erstwhile GM College. You know the reasons why we are celebrating the Foundation Day virtually through the Google Meet platform. Despite the crisis time, the pandemic we are in, our chief guest, Dr. Das, consented to address the stakeholders of the GME. That shows his love for our institution. We are thankful to you, sir, for your benign presence and the support that you have been extending to us for the last 3 years. Dear colleagues, the 7th of July is not the real Foundation Day of GM University. Instead, it is the actual Foundation Day of the most popular GM college that started its journey on 7th of July 1944 at the Sambalpur College. It evolved into a great institution of higher learning, renamed after the renowned poet Gangadhar Mehar. After decades of its continuous existence, the government of Odisha upgraded it into a unitary university on 30th May 2015. But we, the GMites, decided to keep the original foundation day of the college as the real foundation day of the university, also because the university is basking on the glorious legacy of the GM College. Hence, we urge upon all of you not to forget the roots from which this tree GMU has grown as big as it is today. Friends, as the Vice Chancellor, it is the last Foundation Day celebration. During the previous 3 years of our journey, we have tried our best not to miss a single opportunity that has had the potentiality to transform the institution along the desired line. We are here not to count the number of achievements that we have made in the last 3 years, but we must throw lights on those aspects which we believe will motivate the newly recruited staff to take the institution along the targeted pathways. There is no denying the fact that managing an established university is not as tricky as nurturing a new university from scratch. Despite numerous constraints as regards human resources, financial resources, and physical resources as well, we work as a team to accomplish many goals which some established institutions struggle to put in place. We adopted a thoroughly transparent system of recruitment and succeeded in appointing 86 teaching staff and 58 non-teaching staff. There has not been a single litigation so far, and we have got a group of talented employees. They, we believe, will try hard with utmost dedication to placing the GMU in the bracket of the top-notch institutions of higher learning in the state of Odisha. Our efforts to introduce reforms at multiple ends have started giving us results, right from examination reforms to transformative initiatives like the uphold of all certificates on the NAD platform, website development, establishment of a research chair, improvement in the academic and research footprints through national and international seminars, workshops, publications, and projects, resolution of issues relating to the second campus, opening of the new departments, starting of PhD programs, on-the-spot grievance redressal, campus security strengthening, and centralized financial management system, and so on, are a few things we must take note of while moving up the ladder. Dear friends, 3 months down the line, I may not be available physically here with you, all in Sambalpur, but I'll never dissociate myself from the growth story of this great institution. My heart and mind will no way remain far off from this beautiful place called Sambalpur. Before I sign off, let me take this opportunity to thank all the stakeholders of the GMU for your help, support, and good wishes. We can't relax now because we have miles to go. Join hands together and work hard for the GMU to create a space for itself in the intellectual ecosystem of our country. Thank you so much for giving me a patient hearing. Once again, I express my deep sense of gratitude to Dr. Ashok Das sir for his loving presence. Thank you very much. Sir, this bouquet is for you, but unfortunately, I can thank you, sir. Please accept it.
Virtually accepted.
Thank you, sir.
Now, with the permission of the Honorable Chair, now I request our Chief Guest, Honorable Das sir, to address the gathering, sir.
So, esteemed Vice Chancellor, Gangadhar Meher University, Professor Atanupati sir. Then I saw our former Vice Chancellor Sudhanshu Babu Also, I saw his inset, so I am sure he is attending. My respects. Then all the esteemed faculty, honored guests, students, all who have जो माने a function पे network थेइचंती on this virtual platform, staff, GM University staff and students. So a foundation day भलिया गोटे auspicious dinner रे मोर आपण माननकु my best wishes, and in Sambalpuri tradition my मोर जुहार आपण समस्तଙ୍କୁ जुहार. Actually, I like the word Juhar very much. Tar karana hochi, it combines best wishes of in West and the respect and honor of the East together. And so, apana samastunku ajira dinare, it is a more best wishes and my respect and honor to all of you. Now, I am of course extremely grateful to Professor Atanupati for having invited me. He has been telling me, but somehow or other, as an old man, traveling towards Sambalpur always becomes a problem. But it is a great pleasure to finally address the GM University. Now, the GM University and the erstwhile Gangadhar Meher College is named after somebody whom I considered from my childhood as a great man. Subhav Kavi Gangadhar Meher, I read a part of Tapaswini as a part of our curriculum. Amara Kavita Pravesh Bili gote boy thila, and ta bhitere Tapaswini ru a part gote thela where nature during Sita getting up was described, and it was so beautiful in its flow and the description of nature. It stayed in all of our mind. I think all my fellow students must be remembering it. And I used to think how a person can write so beautifully. So I am sure all of you have great pride in being part of an institution that stands as a glory to him. And so it is a double honor to be able to talk to all of you. Now, there is no doubt in my mind that Gangadhar Meher University and the Gangadhar Meher College, which as such, if you leave aside Ravinsa College, is probably one of the oldest higher education institutions and one of the more glorious ones. It has been the pride of Western Odisha, and it is our duty and responsibility to see that Gangadhar Meher University becomes one of the institutes of eminence in this country. Now, I have been in touch with earlier Vice Chancellor Thile, Honorable Professor Rath, Sudhanshu Rath, and of course, Atanu Babu. And I probably have not seen finer Vice Chancellors at the current time. Now, you, Atanu Babu mentioned about your recruitment, which is probably one of the most tricky things to do in Odisha. And I have heard from people who got recruited and people who have not got recruited, that first time they saw one of the most transparent systems of faculty recruitment in Odisha, where everything was available, whether you are in or whether you are out, is available on the website. Now, I think your UGC 12B inspection have been done. Then another wonder was recruiting 58 number of non-teaching staff. I find that by itself is a great achievement, because I remember in Utkal I was trying to recruit the non-teaching staff, and you must remember that by recruiting the non-teaching staff, you have started from a clean slate. The kind of roadblocks that we face in creating a digital university today will no longer be a problem for Gangadhar Meher University, because you are starting with a group of people who are recruited now and who are not probably thinking in terms of the way we used to think 10 years, 20 years back. So you have a modern university with new faculty, and you have a new blank page, and you can write whatever you feel like, and whatever you think GM University should go. Now, what I want to speak to you today very briefly is that there is no doubt in my mind that whether it is Atanu Babu, whether it is Sudhanshu Babu, whether all the faculty and all of you as stakeholders, I think all of you would agree that we must take Gangadhar Meher University to a place of, make it an university of substance. I am not talking in terms of ranking. I am not talking about the so-called excellent universities, that private universities that are called. When we talk of universities of substance, two terms come to my mind. One is, of course, that it must be excellent in whatever it does. And the second is providing equitable opportunity to the socially and economically underprivileged. Because they are our people, and we must have a synergy of both these terms at the grassroots, not as a talking point. So there is a need for GM. GM is at a crossroad now. Now that 86 new faculty have come, 58 non-teaching have come, I think GM is at a stage whether it starts a plan and executes it to reach for the top ranks. Now in 21st century, what makes a great university? In ancient times, a Gurukul was known by the student it produces. And sometimes the student and teacher are in a symbiotic relationship, and therefore the teacher became important. As the university system grew, you found that apart from the student and the teacher, you had student facilities, the syllabus, the subject being taught, the libraries, the laboratories, the holistic development, the research and new knowledge that is generated. These have been decided in the pecking order. Now in post-Second World War situation, what has happened is you have the internet era. Now you have increasingly globalized industrial employability. These are occupying the center stage. And I increasingly find the aim of a good university is becoming how many people it can generate, how many employment it can generate for its students, rather than how much of foundation of knowledge that it can impact. But what has happened? We all must remember that the great private universities are only increasing the rich-poor divide drastically. The poor boy is not able to go to a good university, and at this point, education that must become fundamentally merit-based and inclusive is gradually becoming commercialized, and the student is being given to understand that you must get a 5-figure salary, and how much and where and how comfortable a life you will need. Now, so naturally, when we give this argument, people ask, why do not look at IITs and NITs and IJRs and NIJRs, and why is that the state universities are not amongst the most excellent universities of India or even in the world? Now we must remember that yes, quality is important, but when you take quality and equity or equitableness or inclusivity together, when you march towards excellence with the last bench of your class, then it takes time. You go step by step. You climb Qutub Minar, but you must climb step by step, not try to jump and then fall down. So if there is a beacon of hope in my mind for inclusive higher education today, then it is the state universities, because they cater to 93% of students as such. And therefore, GMU, in my mind, must always remember that it is a beacon of hope for Western Odisha, the poor and the meritorious students, and it should continue to work on equitability, inclusiveness, sensitive to the student diversity, employability, of course, as you have very aptly described, a finishing program for the student, intensify research and society outreach. And though these are great aims, we must simultaneously have a working level plan to work on these points. Now, first, that why I am talking all these tall points to you. It is because you are 5-year-old, and this is the time where your mind is open, your slate is blank, and the direction that you take is extremely important. And therefore, first you must have a culture of inclusive excellence. How you will define? Maybe you will have a brainstorming. Then the nature of pedagogy, you have now the time, and I wish Atanu Babu would have stayed and he would have more time, because 3 years is a very short time for having a good vice chancellor go away without almost halfway. Change the nature of pedagogy, keeping the learning outcomes intact. Either you utilize technology, but somehow transit from lectures to learning by doing, which fashionably it is being called as experiential learning. Then, of course, GM must start a strong focus on research and creativity, which our Berhampur Vice Chancellor very jokingly says tinkering. You must allow student to tinker and start creating student researchers. This is not an alien concept. I think very seriously think of student researchers. Of course, everybody will tell you international partnership, but do partnership where you are strong. Do not do partnerships with your weakness where your faculty can only go abroad and come back. Design courses for employability, but always twin the courses with the corresponding core courses, so that there will be a twining. There is a background of core courses, and the course correction can be made by twining a skill. Work, of course, with community around you, but most importantly, and which GM can do, develop professionalism in teaching, professionalism in leadership, discipline, continuous progress, and sensitiveness towards underprivileged. In Odisha, we have almost one of the weakest points which is blocking us from going up in excellence is governance. Our governance is extremely poor, extremely insensitive, and our ministerial staff have become the biggest liability as such. So today, with 58 new non-teaching staff, I am sure GM can create a band of governing staff, governance, which is totally digitized. I heard that you are going ahead with it, but please keep to it sincerely. Now, I believe this is the crossroad where GM University must start with its senior faculty, the youngsters, a brainstorming for developing a long-term strategic development plan. In fact, my request to Atanu Babu will be, whatever time he has left, please start a long-term strategic development plan that can be implemented by successive administration. I believe that every university must have a strategic development plan of forcing with great clarity what you will be doing in 2 years, what you will be doing in 5 years, and what you will be doing in 10 years. Put an objective that you will be within rank 50 of NIRF in next 3 to 4 years, because you need an average data of 3 to 4 years, and you can take 5 years if you wish. But as a unitary university and as a university which has started its journey so well, I think you have a great advantage, and that must go on. A word of warning finally. Today, amongst power circles, an educational institution is very often being confused with a corporate house or a manufacturing shop, for example, cars, where you put a young man inside and get a finished product with a 5-figure salary. You and I know that this is untrue, and we must work towards this fact that an educational institution is almost like a self-organized, organic being, and it has a soul. It is a place where free thought that assimilates diverse knowledge from all over the universe and the human civilization, and then synergizes and synthesizes its own unique thought process, its own unique knowledge. It's a temple of knowledge. A university is a temple of knowledge that creates, disseminates, and stores knowledge. Institutions which have kept, history tells us, institutions which have kept to these fundamentals have sustained the bad times and good times. And in Europe, in UK, in USA, these universities have stood the test of time and are considered great universities today, even if they do not produce jobs, they do not produce employment. At the starting point and at the auspicious Foundation Day, my only appeal to all of you would be get together, develop a strategic development plan which sustains, which sees that you have sustained, like the great universities that were in India, were in Europe, are in USA, a very few of them, but they have stayed as the fountainhead of knowledge. And if you are a fountainhead of knowledge, jobs, I believe, would automatically come. So great foundations, please give great foundations, generate great students and a great institution that will contribute to a vibrant Odisha. And I am sure that would emerge. From government, from the council, I am sure all help will be forthcoming, whoever is there. And my gratitude to Atanu Babu again, because he has been helping in most of the programs that I have originated, and he has been part of the brain trust that formulated most of these programs. So again, on this auspicious day, Foundation Day, to the entire Gangadhar Meher educational fraternity, I convey my best wishes. Again, thank you very much, and keep the name Gangadhar Meher and his flag flying very high and very vibrantly. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now I request our honorable chief guest to inaugurate the newsletter. We have started a quarterly newsletter, sir. It is called Mahima, the glory, because we are having a research center that is called the Bhimabai Research Chair. Our honorable vice chancellor started that chair 2 years back. So now I request our honorable chief guest to inaugurate that chair, sir.
So I am very glad to announce the inauguration, but unfortunately my hand cannot get into the monitor and reach you. So assume it is inaugurated.
Sir.
So this is the soft copy of the newsletter, Mahima, the glory.
Beautiful.
This is the inaugural issue, 7th July 2020.
Very good.
Now this shows the anthem of GM University.
Very good.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for launching the inaugural part of this newsletter.
Thank you.
Now I request our registrar Sri Girish Chandra Singh sir to propose a vote of thanks.
Thank you. Esteemed Vice Chancellor sir, respected Chief Guest Dr. Ashok Das sir, my dear colleague, invited guests, and everyone attending virtual Foundation Day program today. I take this opportunity to express my deep sense of gratitude to our Chief Guest Dr. Ashok Das sir for his kind presence. We are sure that your words of advice and blessings will definitely ignite the minds of our students and faculty. I have no word to express what we feel about our Honorable Vice Chancellor sir. In true sense of the term, you have been a gift to our university. On behalf of the GM family, I thank Professor Pati sir for making things possible for us. Thank you, sir. You are an inspiration for all of us. Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your valuable time for this program. We are thankful to all our dearest teachers, members of the non-teaching staff, and the technical staff behind this virtual celebration for making it a grand success. All the invited guests, retired teachers of this institution, and the members of the civil society deserve appreciation for their goodwill and best wishes for the journey. We are thankful to all you, sir. Thank you. Have a good day ahead.
Thank you, sir. We are also thankful to the friends from the media. They are available here. And now, before we close the program, now I request the system manager to play the national anthem. Then after that, Honorable Vice Chancellor will announce the closure of the program.
Punjab, Sindh, Gujarat, Maratha, Dravida, Uttara, Vanga, Vindhya, Himachal, Yamuna, Ganga, Uchala, Janati, Taranga, Tava Shubha Name Jage, Tava Shubha Ashish Mange, Gahe Tava Jaya Gatha, Jana Jana Mangala Nayaka Jaya He Bharata Bhagya Vidhata, Jaya He, Jaya He, Jaya He, Jaya 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 He.
I thank all of you for attending this Foundation Day ceremony, and I formally announce closure of the function. Thank you very much.